this one. And it'll take a second, but it'll come up. I even got the update on the thing. Discord updated and said, "Hey, now you're live streaming." So, hi, hello, and welcome. This should be a live stream from the kitchen. That's our fridge. It's real.
You need the overhead light on?
No. So because if this one turned on, it'll blind everybody.
Gotcha. All right.
So with this one on, I just look a little evil.
Okay.
That's all. Just a little evil underlighting. I could go at a Dutch angle. I tilted myself. That a lot of directors think what you want to do is you want to tilt the camera, but no, you just want to get all your actors to go. And that's the way you can do it on the cheap, because then you can work with the single tripod. It doesn't even have a twist. Hey, woo! We're making pizza. It's also a tech test, but we're making pizza. So number one, we're making pizza. Good. I didn't get any of the ingredients out yet.
Oh, that's not true. You get the cheese.
All right, we got the
You
cheese.
The sauce.
The oven is heated. Yep, perfect. Got one of these. Don't need this. But so then, I want to bring it back. Did that switch correctly? There's such a delay on that I can never tell. So this is what we're working with. I use the wood one to go in because it'll slide off easy. I use the metal one to take it out because it's got the longer handle. That's mainly the only reason. It's also good to have two of them, so that way if you need to do the shuffle off the buffalo method. What? I got sauce. It's plain, but we'll spice it as we go. Spice it? Season it.
Season it.
Herb it?
Herb it. Herb it. I like that one.
It's a little late for 420. We got cheese. And we got cheese. And we got cheese. And that's enough, right?
The dough.
Where's the dough?
In the refrigerator. That's real.
It's real. I'm lazy. This is the store-bought pre-made dough. It just came out of the fridge, so it's cold. It was frozen. Now it's been sitting in the fridge overnight. So couple of nights. But so it is defrosted to this point where it is very squishy. So it's warm enough that we can work with it, but it's cold enough that it's not going to have all its elasticity back. So when we shape it, it's actually going to hold that shape until it cooks, which is important. What am I doing?
You got cauliflower.
I got open sauce.
Cooking too.
Yeah. Oh, they're still in there.
Yes.
Good.
2 minutes.
You want to come in and say hi? If you're taking part in this?
Hi, it's me. Nick's mom.
You got to open the sauce. You have to access the sauce. What? This is what happens when you turn the camera on.
I know.
This is also why I'm going to be exhausted and sleep like a baby tonight.
What's the fact you're up at 10?
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. Yeah, so we're trying something. We got folks on diets in the house. So right now we have a cauliflower dough that is in the oven and baking, because what is it? It's cauliflower, flour, eggs, probably like a splash of water.
No, not even.
Not
just,
even water.
Salt, pepper, garlic, and oregano.
Salt, pepper, garlic, and oregano.
Cheese. Did you say cheese?
A little bit of cheese, and you threw it in a food processor to make it into dust, and then you make a mush out of it, and then you press it into your circle rounds. Yep. And we're baking them now, so it's going to be kind of like a Sicilian, where we're going to be dressing a sort of pre-baked crust, but then we'll throw it in again and let it cook up like regular.
Yep. And it only takes like 5 minutes, they say, until the cheese is melted on top.
There you go. Yeah, like normally, I'm only going to be throwing these in for like 10 minutes each. So that's just long enough to melt the cheese. Come on, 5 minutes. Pizza stone.
Yes. And these crusts are done. Oh, yeah.
Normally I would have this in there preheated already, but I forgot.
I'll toss it in now.
Ooh, those look really nice. Hang
Those
on.
do look nice.
Let's move that over. Yeah, here, bring those. Basically, if you're on the wood, you're in the camera. So that's cauliflower.
It is cauliflower.
Cauliflower, cheese, eggs, whatever.
Cauliflower crust.
Yeah, how's the bottom of that look?
Well, I flipped it over once, so there you go. Again, it was just I had to have a cauliflower that I put in the food processor so it looked like rice, ground it up really nice. Then I put it in a big bowl and added flour, eggs, 2 eggs, some cheese, and some seasoning, salt, pepper, garlic, and oregano. And now you treat it like a pizza crust, and then you bake it again for a couple minutes until the cheese is melted on top, and you got it.
I swear, it looks like a good omelet.
It does.
Is what the color that it has and the what have you.
You could also use this for a quiche, so I might try that as the next one.
I'm gonna point this over here a little bit, so that way we can also see the comings and goings of the oven. All right, we're gonna put that in there to preheat a little bit while we dress up our first pizza. I don't have a good way to keep track of if anybody is chatting. Theoretically, it'll show up here. But who's watching that? Like, it has a preview on it, but I basically only turned it on to get the buttons. Hey, flour. It's probably more than we need even. Split and split. Okay, so the thing about these doughs, like I said, they were frozen, they were cold, they're pre-packed, which means, whenever they had a chance to proof, might be the word, was, I don't know, days, weeks ago, who knows? So the thing that I find with these is you want to work them as little as possible. Like, sometimes I would try to reball it just to, get any cracks or anything out of it. No, don't even do that. Just take it out, blob it down, immediately start pressing it into shape. You flatten it out, you give it the little knuckle sandwich like this. And like I said, because it's cold, you see that it's not springing back the way that it might if it was fresh or warm. And I don't have any more flour on my hands than what I touched putting this down. So having it cold also helps keep it from sticking to your hand and from sticking to the board, and that's going to make transferring in and out super simple. Let me switch over again. If I just hit that, it just take no, I gotta hit it again. Oh, is it because I'm quietly scrolling it when I do that? If I just do that, that'll work. Okay, hi. What I want to show you up here, so we just flattened it a little bit. So now we have this nice one, but if you want, I don't want to go too much bigger than this, just because you saw we were already basically at the size of our peel. But if you want to get this a bit bigger, what's good to do now that we already have it like this, you use your knuckles, right? You put your hands together like you're expressing the size of the average human brain, right? And you just kind of want to grab and just pull a little bit. and move and just pull a little bit and move and just pull a little bit. And then you just work your way around slowly, because the piece here that's hanging off the back, gravity is gonna keep that stretched out, and you're just getting a very gentle. It is weight doing most of the work. If you get really fancy, you want to get big, as this is where you start throwing it and you let centrifugal forces or whatever do the work. I'm not coordinated enough to do it that way. At least I assume. And I don't want to waste good pizza dough by messing it up. You know, they say you gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet. You know, but that means that omelets are only available for those who have spare eggs to crack. Consider that. Class warfare. Look it up. All right, let's bring it back. Clicked. Okay. Yeah, you're down here now. I still have my camera up here, so I keep looking at myself. You're down here now. Now I just start dressing. As you can see, I once again ended up wearing all black on the day that I messed with flour, because I don't know, I'm just lucky, I guess. Where's my sauce? Sauce is right here. And you know what it is. Blob in the middle, spoon in a spiral. You can talk out loud.
It's all right. I'm just moving this because I have images of it falling all over the floor.
Uh-huh.
So I'm putting it on the table. That's cool, but I'm good. Looking good.
I just started.
This is looking good too.
Yeah. Are you going to try a piece of that?
Yeah.
So I'm from New York. I like a very thin sauce layer. Like I'm not here to have tomato soup on my toast. So like the fact that this is still mostly just like colored dough, that's fine with me. That's the way that I like it. That works for me. If anything, I wish we had a bigger, peel, and also the size of this peel is about the size of our pizza stone, so that's another limiting factor. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll take the ball that we started with, split it in half to make two balls out of it, because then I can stretch it thinner while still reaching kind of around this size. But the problem is, like, in half makes two small ones. I'd rather have it a little thicker, just because, I don't know, the size, it works out easier. It's easier to work with when you have more. But New York, little sauce, thin crust. You make sure that pizza stone is nice and hot, so that way it is cooking from the bottom immediately. Right. Hey, this is the part I always forget, but because I'm on camera and explaining my process, I'm remembering. This is the part where you season. What if I just put adobo on it? Should I try an adobo pizza? Nobody's here. They can't stop me. No, I'm not going to do that. I just grabbed some of the stuff that we normally keep out here. So we have some seasoned salt. Sort of. Let's see here. Just Italian. This is where you do kind of whatever you like, whatever your flavor is. I know a lot of people like to do like garlic powder or is it onion powder, whichever one it is. You can throw that on right now. If you're me, and this is what I learned, you just throw a bit more sugar onto it, because I have a massive sweet tooth, and that just, makes it extra sweet. Makes the kids love it. Cheese. So here's the thing that I'll talk about. We do have leftover from the Freshmonts. We'll be using that. But if you only use this loves to release liquid when it cooks. So, like I was already saying, you don't want a soup. You don't want to turn your pizza into a swamp. So if you use only this, it releases so much liquid that like everything runs off. So the nice part about the low moisture part skim, whatever this is really dry. And you can use just this, it comes out fine. But if you mix these two, this absorbs enough of the water that this amount will put out, that between them it balances, and it works out nicely. Come on. I do have to ration my cheese here a little bit. So this is going to be a bit extra bready. You could go ahead and actually shred it using, a grater. That annoys me just because it's impossible to, like Mitch Hedberg said, they call it a cheese grater because if they called it a sponge ruiner, nobody would buy it. But that doesn't mean that name is wrong. Let's just get it even. So these are bigger clumps, so they're, a little further space, they'll melt to take up and spread out. And then, especially if you're me, I go with the cheddar, just a little bit. I partially learned this because of a place that did a bacon cheddar pizza. Who's calling? Don't you know it's dinner time? But this is also good because obviously we have a much bigger bag of this. It'll fill up more space, gives it a sort of a wider flavor palette. And that's a pizza. So we're going to take this. I got to work out my switchboard situation. It doesn't want to wake up. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, first one is in. Let's give that 10 minutes. That's a pizza. That's straightforward. That's what it is. What do I want to say? We got. So we don't have 10 minutes to kill, but now is a good time to take a break, take a breather. It's getting awfully hot in here. I should open up that window and get a little bit of cross breeze. But yeah, take this the thing that we just did. Do it. Let's see here. We have the two little cauliflower ones. I think I'm going to do those first just to make sure that we have, enough to cover it. I have one more big dough. I might do what I was just talking about, split that into two smaller ones, because then they'll take a little bit less cheese and sauce each. I got another can of sauce. That's not an issue. It's really just the cheese that's our issue right now. But even then, full cheddar one, nothing wrong with that. Do we have any leftovers that I could throw in and make a calzone out of something? We got any good leftovers right now?
No, not really.
No, we ate all the chicken, all the pork chops.
Yep.
I finished off the cold cut ham the other night.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we're just doing a little. Oh, if you want to. Ooh, I could try. Because I like a zeppeli, which that's you just take the dough, you roll it into little balls, and you deep fry it. And you got little crispy pop-ups. I don't want to deal with a bucket of oil right now. What if I tried making them in the air fryer? Is that possible? That's where I think that's worth trying. I think I'll do that. So I'll do that with the other half of the half ball of the other dough. Yeah, we'll try that while we're here. That being said, let's dress up one of these cauliflower doughs. Sure. Ooh, oh, that's got more give to it. You get close enough, it smells like cauliflower, but it's not bad. So here's the other reason why I have two peels. You notice I build right on the peel because then you just pick it up and go, and you don't have to worry about misshaping it during moving it on or doing anything with that. I can start building the next one right on here because I have this one to take the first one out with, and we get like a nice little indoor-outdoor situation going. This is, oops, sorry, I am moving the camera so much. Everything is, it's amazing how much of your cooking space is taken up by your filming equipment. Most people don't think about that. All right, what do we want to, just same thing. Let's go sauce. It's a little weird that it already has like a crispiness to it because it's already been baked. No, you know what? Give me. Oh, that's not bad. So much of the cauliflower flavor, but it does have a texture more like a somewhere between like a naan and a pancake. Oh, that's interesting. Um, huh. I guess the thing, I don't know how well it's going to work as the pizza dough, but like if you wanted like a table bread to go with breakfast or something like that, I could see pulling one of these out and just having it. I don't know if it's the kind of thing you would put jam on. It's not going to replace a biscuit, but it ain't bad. Huh. I'm surprised how not bad that is. Yeah, be quiet. This is a very delicate part of the operation. Cheese dispersal. This one goes in my belly. With a little bit of cheddar, grain. Okay. We got 5 minutes left on that first line. But here's the thing. You know what I was just saying about how these have a bit of a give? Those are going to transfer extremely well. So let's just build the other one right now too. It's got a texture like the surface of the moon, so it's not. It's catching more of the sauce, and I guess giving us a more even distribution. So it's probably a good thing. And this one's even littler than the first one. Littler Caesars. That only took 3 minutes. Or no, that took 2 minutes. Oh, there's 3 minutes. Okay. Is it? Shut off. Load. Connect. Hi. I'd say this is going pretty well. The only problem we're having is this downtime, if you want to call that a problem. But, you know, for a tech test, that's perfectly fine. How you doing? Have a good day? Okay, and now the Twitter bot just fired off. Sure. What is going on outside that sounds like hammering? That was a 1 minute timer, so the first one's about to come out. No, our first one is ready to be checked. That's what we actually need to do. Let's see. Ooh, oh, that looks good. I'm definitely gonna wait till that comes out, and then I think that one's ready to just come on out. It'll just come join us. What's a good thing to do for 25 seconds? You know, like a good 25-second improv game. What's the It's you sing the alphabet song like 3 times, and that's 90 seconds. I don't use mnemonics; they're too hard for me to remember. I know every good boy does fine. Oh, thank goodness. Send us back. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm gonna put this one aside. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. See, because you can see the little spots of the fresh mott's. The cheddar gives it a little more like a darker yellow color. I got a lot of crust on this one, but you know, like I said, I was going a little again because I didn't have it quite flat enough, and I had to ration what I had. Normally, if I can get it spilling over the sides, I'm even happier with it, but that's good. Let's put this one in. Can I fit both? I can try to fit both, sure. All right, they're just going in now, so that's 5 minutes. Yeah, look, that looks so good. So, okay, also, don't cut it yet. It's kind of like a steak. What you got to do is you got to let it cool down just enough that everything like re-solidifies. If you try to cut it now, you just drag all the cheese off and it whatever. Got to let it cool down just enough that the cheese melts into the bread and solidifies. So that way, when you cut, you're actually cutting. Oh, I can barely wait that long. Okay, well, we can do this. While we are waiting on that to cool down a bit and for our cauliflower to come out, I can show you one of my favorite tools in the kitchen. It's a mezzaluna, a crescent blade, if you will. So it's just a rolled piece of metal. Well, you cannot see that. And then this edge is sharpened. And it's funny because the reason I have one of these is because I saw the guys in the back of Pizza Hut using these. Because as long as your pizza is narrower than this distance, you just go and roll across, and there's your cut. It's nice. It's better than a knife, or kind of the same as the roller, because the idea is you're not dragging the blade. Like every point you're crushing down on the pizza, so you don't drag any cheese. You sort of compress and slice, and there you go. My explanations are too quick. Only a minute's gone by. But so I keep this nearby. The other thing I should keep nearby. Just another cutting board. What I have sitting on right now, what the other camera is looking at, is our butcher block. It's our countertop. But you need more space. This is a good cutting board. Plenty big size for the pizza itself. So let's. Okay, but normally where I put it is currently holding the touchscreen where I'm controlling scenes. So, whoops. It goes right there. So I'm going to move this one aside, and by the time the last pizza goes in, this should be more than ready to cut, and we'll bring it back over and blast it, I guess. Blast it? Okay. Let's dress one last pizza and then see about dough balls. I always do too. Something that I'm not doing tonight, but also works really well, is if you like a more deep dish or pan fried pizza. What I have found works is you just take the biggest cast iron skillet you've got, and I don't use flour. I just take the pan, I just butter the pan directly, and then throw this right in the pan, and then same kind of technique here, right? Like, do your sort of even pushing, do your even shaping, do your knuckle down movement, but just directly into the pan, right until the dough touches all up around every edge. And you have it greased with butter. I find, well, I got enough Italian in me that, like, yes, butter is going to help solve the issues. I like it for the flavor. I gotta find a way to work butter into this, you know. Actually, what I should do is I should put like a little ring of melted butter around the outside of the crust. So that way you got that like buttery breadstick when you're done with the main part of your pizza. Oh yeah, all right. Yeah. Just melt that cheese. That looks. Let's see here. Can you see it from over here? The dough looks no different. It's hard to compare to it. It's got the same, you know, melt that that first pizza had. I think the first one looks a little better because it was in a little longer. I guess we don't want to overbake these doughs since they were already, you know, baked up. But yeah, they look fine. I already messed up. I was going to cut this in half. Well, it's a pizza now. Fingerprints.
Oh, they do look nice, huh?
They look okay. Yeah. I'm gonna say give them a minute and then we'll cut them up. I'm just gonna make this last pizza, throw it in, and then we're gonna cut up the other one. And yeah, it's out already. Good. And actually, if I'm just doing this as one, I can just use up the rest of my materials. Call this one deluxe. Meat and a half. That's what deluxe is, right? I went to Subway today. I never deal with like secret menu stuff. Add bacon. That's the most I care about, really. Even then, not every time. Usually, if I want ranch, I'll add bacon because, you know, a chicken bacon ranch is a good thing. I didn't forget the extra pinch of sugar on those. I left it off because those are the, you know, diet conscious ones anyway. You know, me, I'm a cheesy boy, so this one is gonna be up my alley. Like, I don't usually order extra cheese, but like, you know, the amount that a pizza place is gonna put on a pie to begin with is already more than you're gonna see on a lot of like homemade or even like gourmet, because you know, gourmet. Oh, we're using the fresh mozzarella, and we're gonna, you know, you have to give slices that melt over. It's like, no, just make it disappear. Make it disappear with cheese, and then give it to me. Sock it to me, baby. Yeah. Okay. This one is for me. I hope this is working out well enough for people that I'm not going to show any eating. I am over here eating, but you know, just try and stop me. Oh, the last slice. The last slice. This is going to be so cheesy. Uh-oh. I'm starting to have second thoughts. I do not believe I will be having regrets, though. I know basically for a fact that if I ever do develop like a lactose sensitivity or something, it won't stop me. More serious gastrointestinal repercussions have tried to stop me, and none have. Okay, that was a weird noise to hear. Don't know what it was. That's fine. That's fine. See, this one, I just want just enough cheddar for taste, so that's enough. And there we go. Let's get that in the oven. In you go, pizza boy. We had a baby pizza boy. All right, and our 10 minutes. Now, 10 minutes, it just works for our specific oven, our specific, pizza stone, what have you. Check it, look for the texture, consistency you want. Placement matters. I like in the middle of the oven because I don't like a doughy crust, a doughy bread, so I want to make sure that the bottom gets nice and well cooked. But if you put it too low, then you just roast it. And also at the same time, you do want like a nice like these. I do think these are here. Wait, do this. There we go. I would melt a bit harder. There's no like browning on this cheese.
Say do that. Put under the broiler.
Oh, you put it under the broiler. Again, it's going to be kind of weird because it's already like a pre-baked, a double-baked kind of situation. Hey, let's go to pizza.
Yes.
You too.
I'll have some of that cauliflower too.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking, should I just like cut that one in half, or I should probably do quarters on those.
Yeah.
Here.
Stream seems to be working okay.
Yeah. Man, we've been doing this for 45 minutes.
Really?
Somebody's watching.
Yay.
Oh, Boba Wing. Hello. I just saw your message because of the way my setup is. Yeah, we're making pizza. I don't know how early you got here. The ones that we have over in the back here, these are the a cauliflower dough that we're trying for the first time. I just put the last pizza in, but that means it's time to cut the first pizza. So let's see how we did. Oh yeah. See, that's why you need to wait and let it sit. Look at how clean that cut. Let's go. Let's see. What do we got here? See, you don't get the real drippy. I don't have the kind of drippy cheese, but like I love that ratio of the cheesy and saucy layer. Like you don't really see a saucy layer. Like you can kind of see it up here. The sauce almost is more just for like a part of the seasoning of it. See, this could have maybe even gone a little longer, maybe if the oven was a little hotter, but it doesn't make a clink. I like it a little crispier. Actually, if it was thinner, I probably would have gotten that. But like that's cooked all the way through, even out here. That looks good. That looks good. I mean, the one thing that matters. Hang on. That's not bad. Seasoning's all right. Yes, light on tomato. And this one did go particularly cheddar heavy. So that is like a very cheddar-y flavored one. Oh, I could have put bacon on it and done a bacon cheddar pizza. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's I'm gonna eat this over on the side. let's see. It's so small, it makes me laugh. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a small one, but all right, quarters. Let's see, what do we got? Okay, you know what? That's not bad. It did not crisp up at all. That is about as firm as it was before. But it looks okay through. We got the seasoning on it. Still got a pretty good layer of cheese. There you go. Oh, I have to try a piece of this. I don't like cauliflower. Bon appetit.
What do you think?
If it wasn't for the taste of the cauliflower, that wouldn't be bad. And even then, the part of the cauliflower that I really don't like is the texture. So it's only upsetting me because it's reminding me of the texture, but the texture is not there. It's just the flavor. That's
Not bad.
That's not bad. I was saying I could almost see this as like a side bread for like a breakfast or something. I think that's because it still looks like eggs to me. But yeah, me too. No, that's not bad at all. It's a good texture for it. It's not chewy. It's still doughy. Like I said, maybe cook it more. See if we can get it to crisp up a little bit.
Make the rounds thinner.
Mm-hmm.
I ate the rest of that salad.
That's actually not bad. Oh, sure. We got cauliflower pizza ready. Okay. That's kind of a success. I mean, we weren't doing anything fancy. The one fancy thing I was going to try, I forgot to, but it's fine. We'll get more pizza out of it. I guess, we got 4 more minutes till the other one comes out. We'll at least get it out and looking at it. It's going to be way more cheesier. We use so much of the mozzarella on it, so that cheese flavor is going to be about normal. We'll at least hang around till I pull it out. I don't think we need to do the full taste test on it. Hey, if you're here watching right now, thank you for hanging out. Like I said, this is basically a tech test stream just in preparation of something we're going to do later this month. Just want to make sure the system works. Seems to be working. Everything has stayed turned on. It's a good start. How's the pizza?
Good.
You don't like it? It's pizza. Yeah, it is. You want the onion powder? Garlic powder? Which one? The big jug. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Now what? Got one more over here to cut. By that point, hopefully, the last one will be out and dinner will be over. It's just it's weird because you look at the browning here, and it's got a snap to it. It can crisp. I think that's the interesting thing. I think you're right. I think it's thinner. If we can press this thinner next time.
My first attempt, so.
Yeah, no. You saying there is going to be another attempt? I thought you were saying this was too much of a mess to make.
I'm gonna try it in the
Yeah.
We're on counter view right now. I know. Yeah. Oh, come on. 45 seconds. Didn't even need to open the second can. Didn't make that much of a mess. Yeah. Do you see that? That's hard to see. I only got a short cord today. I'll have to get a longer one. Oh. I want to give that one another minute. Let's see here.
So like I said, this seems to be working. I have no idea because I'm not near the streaming computer. I'm not looking at the stream. I'm just sitting here in the kitchen, pushing buttons, making pizza. I do have a funny thing set up. Well, I say funny, but it might be terrible. I can still send this to Zoop. This is probably extra terrible because I don't know what kind of delay you're getting. You are getting audio from both, cameras now. Plus the live shot of my empty chair downstairs, which I just think is very, very funny. Plus the sound of Zoop. Ooh. I'm a professional. But yeah. I don't know. I gotta know. I'm waiting for this pizza. You want some of this pizza? I don't know. I feel like I'm about to do like a Stanley's Clubhouse kind of thing. It's like, oh, let's go see what we got in the fridge. Yeah, I don't even know if that was an impersonation. Do we have a fire hose? No. We got a fire extinguisher. If you want to drink from that, I wouldn't drink from that. A minute has gone by. Oh my gosh. So maybe actually the nicest part about this is that because my phone is in use as a camera, I'm not checking Twitter. It's probably healthy for me, actually. Also, I'm gonna have to put, right now this phone is in the cupboard. I'm gonna have to put a light in the cupboard as well so I don't look so evil next time. Although it's kind of good. It's not the worst thing. How do you look? Oh yeah. That's gonna be a pizza. Let me send us back and we'll take that out and we'll take it out. Shut that. See, this is what I like to see. You can see a bit deeper browning on this one. The whole thing is bubbled up a little bit. That's how you know this one definitely needs a couple of minutes to sit because all of the air under the cheese needs to escape. God, that's so much cheese. You can see I got a lot closer to the edge of the crust. Ooh, that's still very soft. Oh no, only where the sauce is. The sauce is softening up. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about it too, right? Because you cook the underside, and that'll crisp up, but the top side stays soft because of all the moisture from the sauce and the cheese coming out on it. I love this little effect of the stray cheese slivers that add texture to the outside. So can we get? Ooh, yes, that underside's a little better. I like it when it's got a good knock. It's not loud, but it's there. Turn the oven off. Turn that off.
I don't want to wait for it to cool down because I want to show off the underside of one slice. Also, I'm hungry. All right, we're breaking my own rule.
Yeah, don't do this.
Don't do this at home, kids. Don't breathe this. Ugh.
Ooh, look at that seed come out.
Oh yeah, does that show up on camera? Not really. Give one of these. Well, actually, these. Oh, you can kind of see it there. Oh yeah, you can see a little bit there. All right. Oh, that is such a thick layer of cheese. Oh, I'm so happy about that. The dough overall came out a bit thicker. You can see the crust down here is a stiffer. It feels crispy. That's going to be good to bite into. Again, still not wholly drippy. I forget what's the secret. You put like a little Gruyere or something in it to get that real drippy cheese, right? Like you don't even put so much for the flavor. You just put enough to get that drip effect. Or you'd like use silicone rubber because you're shooting it for a commercial and aren't going to actually eat it. You know, whatever.
How many ears is Captain Kirk? 3. Left ear, the right ear, and the final front ear. Thank you. Thank you. That one hurts a little. Thank you. Thanks. I hate it. This sucks. I love it. Whatever. However you'd like to take that. Hey, thanks for hanging out while I make a pizza. Or 4? I made 4. I'm gonna go eat and see how this footage turned out. I hope it sounds okay. I know it looks not as good as usual, but again, for something that I'm doing in the kitchen, if it worked at all, I'm already pretty stoked about it. So, hey,
On location.
thanks for hanging out. I had a good time. I hope you did too. And until next time I see you, take care of one another. Have a good night, everybody.